to reclaim the Salt smash at the Laboratory Tuesday. He's coming to reclaim the crown of Salt. See if he can take it off of Churs. We already saw Churs go down in the winners quarterfinal. That was the match preceding this, going down 2-0 to Unga. But can Cascade beat the man that beat the defending champion? Unga, I mean, not a bad player at all. I would say that he's ever so slightly punching above his weight here, but certainly not afraid to take on the very best. And speaking of not afraid to take on the best, my man Burnt Beans. I mean, you played not that bad a game, but man, when you're going up against the best Marth in Philadelphia, there's only so much you can do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I played that bad.
Yeah, I was curious about that because, yeah, Stango was ranked #1 as early as this year. Yeah. And it's amazing, and that's the beauty of all of this here at Salt. I mean, the Melee community is now pretty much the Wild West since Stango left. So now you have a whole lot of opportunity for people to claim the #1 title, and Dimension certainly being among them. There's only so much you can do against that. When I saw you trying to close down that space, but again, right into the sword, Dimension just knows how to manipulate that space so well.
Yeah, no, he was like against him, like he has a really good dash dance. So like you have to like how do I say this? You have to pick your spots to go in and kind of like throw out hitbox to make him run into your stuff. But like dash dancing is hard to figure out sometimes because it looks like he's right there for you to touch, but then he's all the way on the other side of the stage, so you throw something out and then he punishes you.
Yeah.
And like he wasn't really dropping any of his punishes. Like I'm pretty sure he killed me most of the time. So like if I did something unsafe, I pretty much was dead. So I had to keep up with the punish game, and it wasn't really there. But I'm not like mad with the way I played. He definitely outplayed me, but next time, you know, that's all you got to think about.
Absolutely, and it's and you weren't playing bad either. It's just Dimension again, knowing just how much space he needed to execute everything perfectly. Got a lot of kills off of the aerials there. But again, just that disjointed hitbox of Marth is what gives him such an advantage, plus the speed. I mean, speed kills in this game. Speaking of which, we have Madcap and Arctic right here on stream right now. This is the first game of their losers top 16 set.
Yeah, I came here with Arctic. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, you teamed with him.
Yeah,
in doubles.
He's honestly really good at the Sheik matchup. The Sheik looking pretty good right now, but once he like gets his punish game started, like he's like he like bops me when we play. So he definitely knows how to play against Sheik. It's just a matter of getting into that rhythm.
Yeah, so that's doesn't want to be stuck with Falco neutral. Falco being a bit more powerful of a character, but
yeah, Falco is pretty good against Sheik in neutral just because of the lasers. But on stages like Battlefield with Sheik having platforms, it really helps Sheik. Like I think this is Sheik's best stage. Just
ironic that you have an aerial advantage against the bird.
Yeah. The thing is, you're good against him when you're above him or like lateral with him. But if he's above you, he's got you because down air is amazing.
No, we've seen Arctic kill with that dare multiple times throughout this evening. And Madcap, well, he's looking to oh wow.
Okay.
That could have been bad for Madcap, yeah.
He got out of it. Oh wow. He just caught him without a double jump. So this is pretty close.
No, it's doable for Madcap, and he had the early advantage.
Yeah, but the thing about him is like he had the early advantage, lost it, but he's still like fighting as if he had the lead. Like he didn't get scared that he was getting like outplayed by Arctic. He's still like, I'm gonna take this.
It's funny that you mention that because we've seen so many people, especially here at the lab, when they get down, they start to kind of shell up a little bit. They withdraw. We've certainly, I mean, as good as he is, Dimension's certainly guilty of that. We saw him when he dropped 6 straight games to Bilingual and his Sheik, in fact. Yeah. It's so many times we've seen that, but you don't see Madcap doing that. He's playing like he has nothing to lose, and really, what does he have to lose here?
Yeah. Honestly, it's a mark of a good player to not start flubbing when you like lose the game. Like it's one thing to be at like, last stock melee.
And there he goes, Madcap eventually confirming off of the throw into the fair. How many times are we going to say that tonight? But my goodness, that is Sheik's bread and butter, and proving it right there as we get ready for the second game of this contest. What does Arctic have to change here in order to gain a little bit of more of an advantage? We're back at Battlefield.
He really likes Battlefield, Arctic. I just know that about him. So Arctic got some steam going, and he was hitting his combos, and even when he was dropping the combos, he kept the Sheik in the corner. And that's a big thing for Falco. You want to keep the Sheik on her toes. Can't let her like grab you like right there and like, start doing her own thing, because Sheik can kill you off one hit, like any character can. But when Sheik can string together hits that aren't actual combos and tech chase you, that's when she's scared.
Killed off of the top with the up air. Well done by Arctic, and he will take the first stock of this matchup. But again, I mean, it's not like we haven't seen Madcap come back before. Masayoshi, we thank you for joining us, man. You're just in time. This is an elimination match, so we're in top 16 right now.
Yep.
But again, that quarterfinal is set. Madcap wound up here in the losers bracket by losing to Cascade again.
Good player.
No, he's the champion of 137, I believe, and he's back for the first time in quite a while, looking to reclaim his crown.
Yeah.
And Madcap winding up in this particular bracket.
I'm pretty sure Arctic also lost to Cascade.
Yeah. That's true. No, he did. You're right. But no, Madcap wound up here by losing to Bilingual.
Oh wow, it's 2-1. That's pretty good. That's Sheik Ditto can be tough, like honestly, like because with chain grabs, that's really unfortunate. He had the right edge guard, but he just accidentally missed his up B, died at 0. So this is Arctic's game to lose right now, pretty much. Like he has the lead. All he has to do is rack up like anywhere from like 50 to 80 damage. And even if he loses his stock, he should be able to win.
It's just like in any sport, you know. You make the least mistakes, that increases your chances of victory.
Exactly. Sometimes it's not about just strictly outplaying the whole time. It's about waiting and not making any mistakes with your game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Madcap was kind of done with that game. He seems like he wants to move on to the next one, get his counter pick go, that kind of thing.
Let the rain roll off your back.
Yep.
Interesting strategy there. Interesting strategy. In fact, we saw in Grand Finals 138, we saw Dimension do that against Bilingual. He lost the first 2 games and said, you know what, I'm just going to get this set over with.
Yeah.
And
I mean, if you have when you're in grands like that, you got a set to play around with. So
I
think this was an accident. Probably gonna go to.
I believe you're right.
Dreamland, if I had to guess, because Sheik does like
that. Or we just saw Zelda win in bracket. No, I doubt that though.
Zelda's sick.
And come to think of it, when you know what? Come to think of it, when Dimension gave up forfeited that 3rd game, it was against a Zelda technically.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Technically.
Zelda won a Grand Finals in Salt. People, deal with it. So against Damar, ha.
Yeah, Zelda with one of the best moves in the game, down B, and then Sheik's down B is probably one of the worst moves in the game.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you did there, you slime bastard.
So far, just tic-tac hits here and there. See, this is the thing. He's in the corner, right? And
right.
He gave him center stage. If he stayed like on that platform threatening, like she can't really do much, because the best thing she can do is ledge dash, and that doesn't really have that many invincibility.
Right.
So
Falco being a more powerful character than Sheik, I mean, wants to live in the middle of that stage, you know?
Yeah. So, and with Falco like having a kind of bad recovery, it's good for him to not get hit too far off. So if you get hit in the corner, it's easier to edge guard, pretty much.
And like you mentioned, I mean, just wants to maintain control, especially on the ground, as we saw him confirm with that forward smash. But it is Madcap making up for it very quickly.
Yeah. So this is the kind of match that Sheik is looking for, that gimps, because he does drop it there, but he had a good opportunity. Because when you're playing Falco, it's pretty easy for Falcos to rack up percent. So if they have the lead, they're most likely going to keep the lead. But if she can get a quick kill, like this.
The dash into the fair. Oh, wow.
Should just hold ledge here. Okay.
Well executed by Madcap there.
It was a good edge guard. So now it's on Arctic to kill him before. Oh, this is bad. Okay. Madcap
Oh,
has really been
wow,
dropping
edge trump.
it. So what he could be doing is, after getting that back air and Arctic's just up being down there, instead of dropping down with a nair, he could grab ledge and then do a move because it makes you invincible while you're doing the move. That's how Sheik's normally punish. Madcap's kind of going for a little bit unorthodox gyms. Not working out yet. Maybe you know something I don't, though.
I mean, you might as well try everything, you know?
Yeah.
You are playing for your tournament life here, technically. And he hasn't played scared at all.
Yeah.
As mentioned
He's
before.
definitely still going out
But he does drop the stock, and this could be the last one. This could be the last we see of Madcap, which is a shame. I love seeing him play.
Yeah, it's
Arctic could be pulling this back.
Madcap really had oh, okay. Let's see what he does with this. Nice nair. And grabs ledge. Yep, he had to grab ledge there. I'm pretty sure Arctic would have snapped to ledge. So now Arctic has him in the corner. He's going to want to hold center stage. Gets
Oh, hang on to your hats, folks.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good DI. Okay.
But again, neutral, not a great place for Sheik to be against Falco, as mentioned before. Oh, he was looking for the kill off of the dare.
Switches to Zelda because he needs the range. And
oh, it's not going to do it.
that was good.
Wow.
That was good. That was actually